All right, here we are in the final week of the regular season, and this is it. It's make or break for a lot of teams. Basically, at this point, we're looking at Nick's getting the bye in one division. I'm getting the bye in the other division. We're assuming at this point that Kevin's going to be in the playoffs, and Todd is going to be the fourth person in the playoffs because he just needs one more win, and he's playing Kerry this week, and their matchup. It looks like Todd has at this point a.
So you're saying Kerry sucks?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying Todd has a 20,
I'll throw that out there.
20-point cushion this week. So those four teams are in. We know at this point that Andy's out, John's probably out, absolutely out, Strack's out, and
What was that last one?
Strack's out.
Okay.
And so we're looking at basically Brent, Kyle, and Waylon. Those are the three teams that are kind of in this in-between range to potentially make the playoffs or be out of the playoffs. And there's basically two positions and those three fighting for it. Brent went on a 7-game winning streak to begin the season. More than likely should have been a shoe into the playoffs. Not quite yet, but he's looking good. So really it comes down to Kyle and Waylon. So the next couple segments we'll basically be discussing what can happen to where these teams will either be in or out. And this is what it comes down to. The final 3 weeks of the season, what everybody looks forward to all year. The belt that's the championship trophy that everybody covets. And some people have had multiple times. Waylon.
No more.
We'll see what happens. Let's get down to breaking this shit down. So the team I failed to mention is Austin's team, which he's 6-6. The problem with Austin's team is he has 1039 as his points. There's no way he gets into the playoffs unless he beats me. And at this point, it's projected that he's a 40-point underdog right now, so it's not likely that's happening. So we're assuming in this video that Austin is out of the playoffs, which is fine by him because he told me at Friendsgiving that he wants the Toilet Bowl championship again.
Well, it is what it is.
You can't be mad at that. The guy wants his fucking name on the golden toilet seat, and he gets paid. So if that's what you're striving for, that's just fine. You still get a trophy, and it adds to your resume a little bit, I'd guess. So really, what it comes down to is the matchup we'll talk about first, which is Kyle versus Brent. And Kyle, you have 1,111 points for yourself, and your main nemesis this weekend is going to be Waylon, who is looking at 1,169. He has you in points, but if you beat Brent this weekend, you need Waylon to lose. At that point, you're going to be in the playoffs. Now, Kyle, you're on a 4-game heater. If you beat Brent this weekend, that'll be 5 games in a row. You're peaking at the right time, and everybody knows in the past 5 years of this league, if you peak at the right time, no matter what your record is, you can win the championship. So I know ever since we went to Florida, you've been confident with your team, and you're telling me how you're going to make the playoffs. So we'll see how that plays out. Brent, what do you think about the matchup with Kyle this weekend?
Well, as I tell you, buddy, I beat you last time.
By how much?
Well, it was 101 to 100.9.
Yeah.
A win's a win.
A win's a win.
A win's a win.
And Kyle's
I did beat him.
Kyle's hoping to say the same thing on Monday.
I'm not going to bet him who's going into a liquor store wearing funny clothes.
Yeah.
But that's Waylon.
Waylon, you lost last weekend to Kyle, and he showed me that shirt that you're going to have to wear going to the liquor store, and it looks like a nutsack's on your chin. But
good luck with that.
So basically, here's what we're running into is Kyle, you need to win. You know that. I don't have to tell you that. Brent needs to win to solidify his playoff spot as well, so he's not going to sandbag and take it easy on you. Let's go ahead and just jump right into Kevin and Waylon's matchup. And the thing that's working against Waylon is he needs a win more than anything in the world right now, and he's playing Kevin. And Kevin is in the playoffs. Kevin has a solid team, and he's wishing right now he was playing one of the bottom 4 teams in the league, but he's not.
No.
So
Kevin started my 5-game skid.
yeah,
Thank you.
I mean,
Love
I
you,
mean,
buddy, but you did.
we can get into the whole you won 7 games out of the gate and may not make the playoffs, but
Carry on. Carry on.
we'll carry on. Waylon, you know more than anybody in this league that you need a win this weekend, and Rob Gronkowski is not playing for Kevin, which is huge for you. However, his team's still good. All we know basically is, let's say, in a perfect world scenario, Kyle loses to Brent, you lose to Kevin. It comes down to points. You guys will both be 6 and 7.
Waylon, you're out.
Not true. Waylon has a 60-point lead on Kyle. But that's when things get interesting. So Kyle knows for sure he needs to win. He's the underdog in this situation. Waylon is in a decent position, needs to win too. But if he loses, there's a little comfort room. Kyle's in a must-win situation. This is, it comes close every year to the last week of who gets in and who gets out. It's always 2 or 3 people that are fighting for the final spots. And thank God, this year, it's the same contenders. But I think when it comes down to boot, Kyle's in, Waylon's out.
I love that. I love that. That's music to my ears. But Waylon, you're out.
I just think that it comes down to him playing Kevin, and Kevin seems good. And now what we have is the 2-time back-to-back champion is out of the playoffs. Kyle on a 5-game heater coming into fucking playoffs.
But he's not winning this week.
He has to. He
No,
will.
he's not going to win.
Anyways, it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what happens on Sunday. And we'll see it all unfold. I think Jarvis Landry goes for 25 points. I think Kyle gets in, sneaks in. Waylon's going to be pissed. And next week, I think we have a little confessional room and hear Waylon's opinions on all this as we go into week 1 of the playoffs.
Boom.
And, as we say, if it's fantasy, you're winning. If you're losing, it's fake. Or something like that. But, hey, we'll see you guys next year because this is the last video for sure. Because the playoffs, you can watch it all unfold on the app.